Hey, everybody out there. First time doing a live chat on YouTube. So welcome. If you have any questions, comments, you want to hear a song, we've done a lot of live chats on Facebook, and I thought I'd try this format as well. If you have a question about certain gear, I brought a few horns around here. The shop has a few hundreds as well, but just put a note in the comments here. If you want to hear a song, you want to pick my brain about a question, you have a question about the upcoming shop move or anything like that, just let me know. Would be happy to say hello. And I want to first thank everybody who's contributed to all of our new mini lessons here on YouTube. Hope you're enjoying them. Pardon the focus as well. So thank you, Marty. Thanks for your comment. I hope you're getting something from them. And if you have anything that you'd like to work on or talk about in particular for an upcoming live session, let me know. Not live session, mini lesson. Things are a little chaotic now because we're trying to sell our house, buy a new house, move a shop, maybe potentially keep another shop. So it's a little crazy going on right now, but super happy that people are enjoying the sessions. That's a commuter train that is passing us. So if you want to come to the shop, you can just jump out of the train while it's running. No, I'm kidding. Don't do that. It's probably not a good idea, but I have horns. I have oodles of mouthpieces here. If anybody's looking to hear something in particular, just let me know. If you have a question or you want to pick my brain about something trumpet wise, of course, please. Hopefully you can hear me okay. So I have a new mic here. So, and any tips for playing in the cold with minimal warm up? First tip, it's an easy tip, and it's buy a synthetic mouthpiece. You play a plastic mouthpiece, so the Delrin, Lexan, whatever. We have some pretty inexpensive ones on our web store. It is super, super valuable. Favorite version of Carnival of Venice. I'd have to say when I was a kid, I listened to the Winton version a ton. It was such a great version. But I heard Gabriele Cassoni play it with an echo cornet. I don't know if you know what an echo cornet is. It's a cornet that has a secondary tube with a mini bell that kind of sounds like it's muted. So he played the Carnival of Venice with the echo cornet. It was pretty awesome, actually. Armando, thanks for tuning in, brother. The depth of the MV3L, it's a similar depth to our lead 1.25 mouthpiece. So it's a fairly shallow mouthpiece. Now, understand we can code and build you anything in between, say that MV3CS that you have. I remember you got that at TMEA. Thank you. And something like the MV3L. So this is cool. I like this new format. So hopefully, can you hear me okay? It sounds like I'm the Verizon, now the Sprint guy. Pretty soon he's going to be working for T-Mobile too. And then you know that all the cell phone companies are in together. So you want to hear something? Okay, got a couple more questions. I'll keep noodling in between the questions, of course. And if we have lots of questions, I'll just keep answering them. Thank you for tuning in, Maximo. So I'm glad if you have any questions or you want to learn something in particular, pick my brain, which is pretty much empty. You can see. Let me know. Mike, how are you, man? High five. So Do trim kits do anything? That is a loaded question, supremely loaded question. So it depends on how good your trumpet is. If you have a student trumpet and you want to bling it out, okay, cool. But we have this term in the business, putting lipstick on a pig. So, hey, Freddie. Hey, Robert, how are you? Robert, I think we sent out your Flugel order from eBay yesterday. Hopefully you get it in a day or two. We shipped out a lot of mouthpieces this morning, and some this afternoon as well. So, cool. Oh, this is great. So, Chris Chase, thanks again for your visit today, brother. I am so happy that you got your horns back into shape, and it's exciting to see what progress you're going to make now. Take it easy with the Piccolo, with this little guy. So the Caracas is an amazing instrument. I'll give you a little tip, Chris, if you're watching. If you use a lot of air when you're playing Piccolo, it'll fight back on you. So you can almost play the Piccolo with a conversational Airstream. Watch, I will take hardly any air in. If you tend to over breathe on the Piccolo, it really crushes you. So, which we recommend for greater resistance with a trumpet. You have to elaborate a little bit on that. If your trumpet feels too open, often it's, the body fighting the resistance. So you can always send me a video, just a 15, 20-second video of you playing, and we can decipher it here. Of course, we are available for lessons, but the lessons, I will say, are being tabled for a moment while we get the move, the shop move, the new house, all that stuff done. So, Chris, I will relay the message. Thank you so much. Ian was super happy to work on your horns. And thank you again for the great support you give to the shop. Super awesome. Thank you. Yeah, that tip with the Piccolo is a big one. I don't know why this keeps phasing in and out, but it does. The Piccolo is super much. It's such a beast. If you play, like, for instance, that opening of Telemon, if you go, and you breathe there, and then you breathe again, all you're doing is stacking, the air on top of dead air, which can get to be a very bad thing. So, like, for instance, that whole section I played with one breath, and I could have probably played the very end. That section I could do again with another breath, but I'm not over breathing. You're not going where you're really pushing and going hard for it. You can, but you could push it without even taking. And that's just a little bit of air. So this guy will get you into trouble, or it will become your best friend. For me, I love playing Piccolo more than any other instrument in my shop, especially that Piccolo. It's really incredible. So please keep putting the comments. Welcome to anybody who just joined our YouTube. Have some SodaStream water. I got right there is my Chagall Gonchorn. We are now authorized dealers for Chagall instruments, and a couple of you have actually purchased Chagalls from us. So thank you so much. Really appreciate it. And we're super happy to spread the word on the great Chagall instruments as well. If you have song requests, let us know. If you have, I'm just trying this YouTube live chat out for the first time. So it's pretty sweet. I think it actually works kind of well. But again, anything that you have in terms of questions, let me know. So the Meister Morrison model, which one of our chatters here has, is a ridiculous trumpet. We have our second Meister coming in, I would say, in a week or two. I don't think it will last long, just like the other one lasted very short amount of time. Thank you, Chris. So, but tremendous trumpets. That piccolo is ridiculous. It's ridiculous. I'm finding ways to figure out how to play. Hey, by the way, that's a chat on my web store. So hold on a second. Let me. I probably shouldn't accept it, but I'm going to accept it. But hold on one second. You can watch me work. No, I'm just kidding. So. And currently on a live chat, call the shop. 781-46247. That's the number for the shop, folks. 781-944-6247. X. Cool. Anywho, back to that. That was riveting, I'm sure. So, Alex, great question, because I just experienced what you're talking about. I was doing a recording session here at the shop, doing overdubs for a friend's recording, and I was playing trumpet, and then he's like, "Can you do some trombone overdubs?" And I was like, "Yeah, I haven't played trombone in a while, but sure, I'll do it." You have to be understanding that, you know, the trumpet has resistance of this. If you take out your mouthpiece and you look into the throat of the mouthpiece, that might look like it's a big thing on I'm glad I cleaned out my mouthpiece, by the way. You might think it's a big thing, but it's a quite small throat. Then you look at your trombone mouthpiece and it's a huge throat. So I'm answering the chat again. Riveting. Multitasking in the extreme. So what I would suggest, which I'm doing actually now on my valve trombone to trumpet, is play the doubles a little bit more often. Mike, I am playing my 9S in my line, which is not a large mouthpiece, but it's not also a 12C or something. It's bigger than that, because I like the depth of that. The 9S has a little bit shallower cup, but it's not a humongous difference on the rim versus a 12C, which is quite small. I don't know if that helps. You have to just play them and get in the habit of that. Eventually, I mean, I would assume that you're, Alex, maybe you're a little bit younger. I don't know. I can't tell. You probably will want to sort of specialize in one instrument or the other. It doesn't necessarily matter which, but this guy just said, "I love your YouTube videos." Wow. So thanks. I'm going to say I'm on YouTube Live. YouTube Live right now. Tune in. Tune in. So, anyways, that's kind of goofy. So, is it weird that you use my lead piece on Piccolo? Whatever works. It doesn't matter. I wouldn't necessarily use my El Gato, which is the smallest mouthpiece I make. That will sound weird on Piccolo. Let me try it. There you go. For anybody who's joining, I don't recommend this at home. So, oh, that sounds terrible. But I can get some zing, but I prefer this. It also raises the pitch, but you can even play piccolo on this, which is this is a flugelhorn cup. You have to push your tuning slide in a lot, but you could. It doesn't sound that good because it's not the most optimal setup. With piccolo, it took me a while to figure out, especially when I got my new piccolo, the best mouthpiece setup. And for me, I like a 7 rim on most piccolos, just to go a little smaller than my normal piece. But I do like that DE cup that we make. So that's a 7 DE that I play on piccolo. Does your pivot classic presentation stay the same on trombone? I have no idea. I haven't even thought about it. The trombone was such an afterthought for me. I was like, oh. So, but I'm definitely a 3B on the trumpet. So if you guys don't know what that means, you have to look into the Reinhardt method, which is, for me, gold, pure gold. So in terms of instruments that I have today, I've got my Copernicus. This is my horn that Adams and I co-brand. This is a double shepherd's crook. Check that out. It's a double shepherd's crook trumpet with in copper plate with a large bell. Ooh, you can check out probably the bell logo as well. It's backwards. Is this backwards? Is this video backwards for people? Hopefully not, but it's backwards on my thing because I'm using my right hand and it looks like my left hand. This is crazy. So maybe that's why that trumpet back there looks so nuts. Let me get out of my live chat just in case somebody else wants to chat. We do have it on our web store, by the way, during most business hours. We're a little bit after our business hours here. We do have a live chat option, so you can just click that button. Most of the days, or one of us at the shop, if not multiples of us, are operating that. So of course, call us. We always prefer people to call us, but if you can't get through on the phone, if we're talking to customers, hit that live chat and we'll get back to you soon. So it's a blue button when you go to our web store, which is Austin Custom Brass. Hold on, I'll send you that. So Chris LaBarbera is amazing. That's our web store, our website. If anybody wants to check that out, here's our web store. No riveting, of course, but if you haven't been to our web store, I suggest that you should check it out. Those are the two big links. Of course, you can follow us on Facebook as well. I can get you that link as well. Please keep those comments coming because I want to answer, if I can, as many as possible. And I'm glad that this is the inaugural. That's our Facebook page. So make sure you hit like on that as well. I'm glad this initial chat is working so well. So, but yeah, 60B is a great trumpet. We have, I think we might have just sold our last 60B actually, but we had 3 or 4 at one point, but now I think we might be out of them. I'll have to buy another. Well, hold on. I'm looking over at some of my trumpets over there. We might still have one left. I'm not sure. It's dark over there, so don't venture out into those waters. Did I miss any questions? If I miss any questions, let me know. If you have, like I said, song requests or anything, let me know. If you want to hear the Gaunch horn, of course. Oh, wait. Maybe you want to hear the Raven, the Shawgroll Raven. That is an amazing trumpet. How would I work on approaching your Airstream? Well, I wouldn't approach your Airstream because it's yours, but I'll approach my Airstream as this. On Piccolo, it's literally a conversational Airstream. What I mean by that, and I think I demonstrated that earlier, but I just literally try to play the Piccolo like I'm talking. Not too much air, not too little. On trumpet, but that's the Raven. For me, it's a little bit of an awkward horn to play. I guess I would have to adjust to it. Well, when I started playing this, it was also a little bit awkward as well. So how do I go to approach my Airstream? Honestly, I got to be honest, I don't think about it that much. I think when we over paralyze ourselves with thinking and I think much more about the air direction than the Airstream. I don't know if that makes sense. I think much more of where my air is going than necessarily the volume of the air. Now, if I'm playing different things or different mouthpiece setups or lots of different subjects, I might change that. But that's just my general idea. So you got the bird quote. That's all I can play on the bridge. So I don't know if that helps. Probably doesn't help. But if you have to, I don't know if I did a live mini lesson or live mini lesson. That doesn't make sense. This is the live mini lesson, I guess. But I don't know if I did a mini lesson on Airstream. But I'll look into it. If I didn't, I'll talk a little bit about it. But like, for instance, the big test for most people is the Piccolo. If you can play really high on your B flat trumpet but can't play high on your Piccolo, that means that the air is doing certain things, and eventually I equate that as like a tap, you know, for water, and you can only turn the tap up so much. Compression has to come from other sources, so the water will shoot out further. In this case, you could put a nozzle on the end of the garden hose, or you can use your finger to control the spread and the outward projection. But if I play, like I said, on Piccolo, let me pull my slide back out now that I've got another mouthpiece here. You could play long phrases on the Piccolo. I could have probably even played a little bit, you know, longer, but I kind of hiccuped here. You could play quite some time. Like the squeaky chair, by the way. This is the first thing I throw out when we move to the shop, is my old script. Set a good embouchure. There's your lesson. That'll be $100, please. Here's a good embouchure for you. It's hard to play a pedal C with only one tongue and one lip, I guess. But yeah, I've had too much time on my hands. Hard to tell how do you set up a good embouchure without seeing you. So those are all the things that if you can find a teacher to help set up. For me, it's simple. I want the embouchure to not feel like this scruffle here, but I want it to feel soft and relaxed, very relaxed. So when I put up my set, for instance, now that I told you about the squeaky chair, it's going to drive you crazy. I want the same set, be it same, just basic, easy. I usually try to say to myself, Never too much effort, never too much strain, not pushing. If I need to get volume, I just add air and then try to keep the set. So I don't know if that helps. Obviously, probably doesn't. I'm sorry. There's only so much you can do without seeing the other subject on the other line. But so, you know, I tried the ATV. I felt like I was buzzing too hard on my lips. You know, who are my top 5 trumpet players? Okay, that's a good question. I like it. Thank you for that question. Number 1, Wynton Marsalis. You can't even go any further than that. He's just absolutely incredible. He can play any style, can play any way, can play everything you put ever in front of him. So Wynton's number 1. The rest kind of tie for number 2. I love my friend Tomas Ganch from Noodles Brass. You need to check him out. That's why I bought a Ganch horn. Can play any style as well. Can play incredibly fast, lead, classical, jazz, you name it. I mean, the guy is ridiculous. Håkan Hardenberger, of course. I was lucky to study with Håkan a few times, and it was very enlightening. Arturo, of course. Arturo Sandoval, and probably Alan Vizzuti. I mean, those are current, like, around trumpet players. You know, you don't get anybody without guys like Louis Armstrong. So we won't even go back to historical trumpet figures. But you know, yeah, I love Maurice Andre, of course, but you know, he's not around. So I'm talking to live trumpet players. So I would give you my impression of one of these players, but it might make you joke. So. But actually, I'll give you this. How you guys want to see my impression of Michael Jackson? Here you go. It's terrible, right? It's terrible. Sorry. So that's not my joke. That was a tuba player's joke. But anyways. So, yeah, where was I? I got myself a little off track. But let me just scroll down and see if I'm missing any comments at all. So, but I might be missing comments, but. This is, like I said, this is my first time on the YouTube live chat, the new setup here. And I appreciate you all tuning in. Of course, if you have song requests, let me know. We always do this thing on Facebook called Live Noodles, where I just sort of, you guys request a song and I try to play it. Emphasis on try. try and fail, but mostly try. But you know what Yoda said. Of course. So we're not going to get into trumpet player jokes because then we could start a very crazy battle. Hold on, I'm going to make this actually look a little bit better by closing this. Just thinking that I needed to close this. So, oh, I could play you this too. You ever seen a mute like that? This will probably be it's a better light. So, you ever seen a mute like this? It's like a pepper shaker mute. It's super cool. It might not fit in this huge. Oh, it does. What is for Jan? I've never heard of that. Oh, I'm sorry to say I don't know what for Jan is, but hi Jan. So hope you're well, Jan. So maybe for January, and if you come back in about 8 months, I'll be able to play it. So yeah, not many requests on this so far, but it's your first time coming on to Night in Tunisia. That's an easy one. Hey Lucas. No thanks on a friend like you. How low can I go? Low enough. Arturo's not here, so you're not going to hear the end. Whatever. So, but cool. There's some song requests. Thanks, guys and gals. So, thanks, guys and gals, for coming out. So, you know what? I could play Misty. Play Misty for me. And so on and so forth. Good. A question. Thank you. So you'll have to wait for that last day. So a question about playing over changes. How do you keep up with the changes in songs? Okay. Lechner horns are great. I'll play Autumn Leaves in the Fall. How do you keep up with changes in songs that change so? Lotus and AR trumpets are good. these are going to be the quick answers on some stuff. So I play Adams and I love Adams and I sell Shog rolls and I have allegiances to both companies. I think both Tony and Adam make amazing trumpets. So they're just a little pricey for my taste. So, how do you keep up with changes that occur so frequently? Well, a lot of it is practicing. When you're working on a tune like Confirmation, for instance, so that has chord changes that have every beat. You can set up simple exercises. Like I always love using permutations based on simple chord scale relationships. For instance, if you use the 4-note pattern 1 2 3 5, you have 24 variations of that. So you could play. So you build all these things and do it backwards. I haven't played that in a while. I don't think about this stuff anymore, to be honest. But you build in crossroads for your playing. There's 3 videos actually on improvisation on our mini lessons that you should check out. If you haven't checked them out, I don't know who has that. So on Eraser Mouth. Ooh, I don't know. Eraser Mouth. So I can play Brandenburg. You can also look. I have a video from like 400 years ago of me playing Brandenburg. I have to switch out the pipe. I don't know if I can play it from memory because I haven't played it in so long. But I used to play it all the time. But you could build those, inroads when you're playing bebop, especially. I always like using solos. I'll get to Brandenburg in just a second, but I'm keeping that thought about playing. So say you're playing Confirmation, you can work on writing out even a solo based on all 8th notes. So if the tempo is that's a half note. I'm not necessarily thinking about this as being an artistic thing. What I'm doing is trying to train crossroads, and I might repeat myself. And I often record that, and then I listen to it because I can find the stuff that I tend to regurgitate often and try to figure out new material for that. So, no, I can't play Arturo's. You'll have to call Arturo. Sorry. Then I get the rest. Yay. But so I could play Brandenburg. I have to work it up again. But we want to hear the A's though? I got the A's. That's for sure. Yeah, I guess maybe I have to practice that a little bit more. So, but thank you, Darnell. Thank you so much. And thanks everybody for watching this inaugural YouTube session. Again, Caruso was dead, but when I took lessons from him, but you might probably mean the method. And if anybody hasn't checked it out, there's another interview that you guys can watch. I did a great interview with my friends at Monster Oil. They're amazing, and they make amazing products. Check them out, Monster Oil. It's called just on Brass Chats. You want to hear the end of Round Midnight? I'll give you the end of Round Midnight. The end of Round Midnight on. Let's see, this guy, the Slide Hampton arrangement. So I had to practice that a lot for my gigs this summer. But how about take 5 and 4/4? No, I'm just kidding. Keep asking for When I've All Love, and I'll keep not playing it. I'm just kidding. So here you go. No, actually, I love that tune. It's just, it's hard to play a ballad by yourself. So, but I'm trying badly. Another great question. If you had to guess, how many tunes have you committed to memory? Maybe 4,000. I don't know. So When I March in Love, I love it. You know, it could be When I Carnival in Venice in Love. So, what effect does the copper give the horn? And I'm going to come back to All of Me. Yeah, of course, I know that one too. What do you play for your own enjoyment? That's a good question. Actually, no one's really asked me that. That's an awesome question. I was playing this song this morning because I've got a fundraiser I'm doing in a couple days to raise money for a friend's charity in Haiti. So I've been playing this song. It's metal, the Mouthpiece. Oh, sorry. I got caught in a transpositional vortex. So, but I like playing ballads. I do, and please don't be offended of my When I'm Fall in Love, because I actually love that tune. It's just super hard to play a slow tune like that without really going crazy on it. So, copper, back to copper, as in this guy. This is copper plated, and it's copper plated for a few reasons. One, so you can't tell what are the materials that we use on the horn, so it's a little bit of a secret, and I will not tell you that. Two, it's copper plated because it adds a lot of thickness to the sound without adding weight, without having copper material. I will play the Ganch horn in just a second. Thank you. You could pick a tune, but I probably won't play it because that's how I've been today. Sorry. Or I probably won't know it. That's it. So play Jan for Jan. I got to learn that. I don't know what that is. So I'll look it up. So, but I think it looks beautiful, and it's really hard to do. That's why almost nobody does it. Copper tarnishes almost instantly. So what we've done, we've copper plated it, and then we apply a very thin coating of lacquer on top of it. So, that I can't play, but there's a great video of Ganch playing it with the bassist, where they do the multiples of keys. So I think Chris Bodie's an amazing trumpet player. And I think he's an amazing spokesman for the trumpet. I think he's a really amazing person, actually. So I choose not to play like him, but he doesn't choose to play like me either, right? But so that's the best part about being an artist. So. Oh, I'm working on this song. Let's see. I'm working on a few songs, actually. So let's see. William Tell, a tune of my choice. Thank you. I'll do a tune of my choice. Thank you. This is Oh man, I gotta get used to these bells again. Anybody know that song? That's a bridge too. But it's a very fun bridge. Hold on. I'm on hold with my realtor too. So okay, cool. But that's a good thing. So. Favorite brass band? Noodles, if they're considered a. Yeah, I know that song. Oh gosh, I haven't played it in 10 years though. So Michael Barkley had the right idea. Salute to the, I guess, yeah. Did I play in drum corps? No, I didn't play in drum corps, but I did do a summer at the Disney show band, which was basically like a drum corps. So it was really, 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 really good for me because I think it made me play the trumpet much better strength wise. So yeah, Clifford Brown is the best. Wow, Future Corps. Future Corps is the best. That's my favorite drum corps, actually. Someone asked that way up. Future Corps, without a doubt, man. Whew, amazing players. I never played with Future Corps, but I got to hear them often when I was at the park. So I was in the All-American College Show Band. So what advice do you have for young players looking to play professionally? That's a loaded question. Also, you have an advice about college auditions. Also a loaded question. First of all, auditions and concerts and things like this, the live Noodles things, which I love doing, they're only a product of what you practice. Of course, practice. I need to get the Allen Iverson video up. You don't know it. That dates you as well. So yeah, Bill Chase medley. That's what I'm talking about. But we are a product of how we practice. So when you go into an audition, sometimes you're nervous because you care too much. Sometimes you're nervous because you're unprepared. I would always prefer to be the person who auditions maybe because they care too much and be nervous that way versus the person who's unprepared. So, but what trumpet do you, what great. These are awesome questions. Dan McCarthy. Thank you, my friend. What trumpet do you regret getting rid over the years and why? I have two. Mike, thanks for tuning in, brother. Always thinking of you, man. Talk to you soon. But I could probably do the ending of Wayne's Holy Night, actually. Hold on a second. Of course, I don't have my lead mouthpiece. Just kidding. I actually have a video on YouTube of me doing that, so you can actually look at it. So, wow, these are good, fast questions. I like it. You guys are keeping my toes. Back to the two trumpets I regret. I bought one horn from Clark that used to be Wendell Cully's. Wendell Cully was the guy who played the trumpet solo on Little Darlin'. It was a large bore Bach. I sold to a collector in Japan. That was a mistake. And actually, another trumpet I do regret selling was my first Monette trumpet, which was a silver-plated Monette. I can't remember, 538 or 539 was the serial number, and that was a great trumpet. But I'm actually kind of fortunate because I have really great trumpets around me. There's only a few trumpets that I wouldn't sell. Let's go there. A few trumpets I wouldn't sell. They're in my not for sale cabinet, and most likely the biggest candidate of that is my Clark Terry flugelhorn. So yeah, you could, as Charlton Heston would say, you could pry that out of my cool dead hands. So rest in peace, Charlton Heston. So I feel like watching an episode of Planet of the Apes. Anywho, let's see. Best feeling trumpets. You remember? I don't really. They all feel pretty good when you practice. I have to be honest. Trumpets feel good when you practice. The best feeling trumpet I play right now Actually, the best viola trumpet I play is a tie between my Copernicus right there and this horn. So you have a problem with making note. So email the shop. So I'll give you the email to talk to. That's an easy one. Hold on a second. So let me type that in for you. Tuba player playing a piccolo trumpet, you're going to have to learn to acclimate to it. So that we talked about that a little bit earlier. So that's pretty big difference. So, but anyways, hi Jude, how are you? Hi Jude. So you haven't heard that at all, right? So, but I could play you the last note for 46 seconds now. No, just kidding. But oh, I'm gonna pass out. Just kidding. Lots of kidding. But yeah, if you haven't checked out any if people tuning in, this is our first time trying the new live stuff on YouTube. So I have played the Yamaha rotary piccolo. It's quite nice. This, in my opinion, is far better, and I'll tell you why. The sound on this piccolo trumpet, this is a Shawgrow piccolo, it's everything I liked in my Scherzer, except for it doesn't have any of the bad stuff in the Scherzer, bad mechanics and somewhat poor intonation. And I picked a really good Scherzer, and I had it for years. And I did a bunch of Brandenburgs on it. This thing, I can just pick it up and play. So it's cold, sorry. But it's a very easy horn to play. It has such a smooth sound. But the Yamaha is an excellent piccolo trumpet, no doubt. It's a great piccolo trumpet. I've never liked Bach piccolo trumpet. I have an amazing Bach trumpet. I have a couple amazing Bach trumpets. I have a Bach trumpet in my display case that was made in 1925, actually. So it's the first year he made Bach trumpets. So the Yamaha piccolo, back to Yamaha, it has great intonation, it has great scale and great mechanics. It's extremely well made. I mean, of course, it's Yamaha. I just prefer the sound of the Shawgrow much better, and I think the Shawgrow is also a little bit less expensive. I know that in America, if you're tuning in from abroad, in America, the Yamaha piccolo is quite expensive. So, all right, you want to hear Don? I can play Donna Leon piccolo. Here we go. I gotta give me a test note first. Just kidding. Tico, French horn jazz. I like all types of improvised music, and I prefer to call it improvised music instead of jazz. Jazz is a very negative term, actually. So, sorry, I'll practice the Donna Lee a little bit more. So, every piccolo you can mention, Olivier. So, I've probably played or owned, and the Selmer has one of the best sounds, but the Selmer is also quite problematic in the intonation tendencies, I felt, and it's a little bit restrictive as well. So, I don't know if that answers that question. So, again, if you haven't checked out our YouTube channel, we have 600 videos or something. We have a bunch of mini lessons. Check those out. If you're just tuning into Austin Custom Brass and maybe some of my YouTube stuff, be sure to tune in there. Check it out. We'd love to, if you have any comments or questions or yeah buts, that was good. But if you have something, for instance, like you want to hear best way of circular breathing, ready? There you go. So this is my first one. I'll try to do more, but we're trying to sell a house, move to Kansas City, pack my shop, move the shop to Kansas City, buy a new house, buy a new shop, and I have a 2-week performing tour. I'll put up the performing tour. Hey, by the way, you could check out my main website. So here's my main. So I can't wait to see the brass bands in Kansas City. I've heard they're amazing. Go to this site. That's my main website. So, oh, I don't know. Oh, that comes up with my YouTube channel. That's interesting. I don't know what that just did. Maybe if I do it this way. I feel like I'm cracking the code or something. Again, this is our first YouTube chat, so sorry for the weirdness, but I'm super happy that all you are here. So, all right. It's giving Trent Austin, so that's fancy. I don't know. So, I will love the Fountain Brass Band, of course. So, and if you ever need a ringer, call me. But I don't play as much music that's on the page anymore because I don't read so good. So, anyways, all the things you are. I want to play it. I'll play it on this. But anyways, I love Marcus Printup. He's amazing trumpet player, amazing person, amazing teacher, everything, incredible writer. He's awesome. So, but yeah, where in Kansas City? I don't know what that means. Where in KC? Focus. My camera doesn't want to focus either. I don't know what's up with that. So, hey, quick question, Armando, you're still there, right? Am I playing? Is it a reverse image to everybody out there, or do they flip it around for the video? Because it looks like I'm playing left-handed on here, but nobody's asked me if I'm playing left-handed. So I'm thinking that it's okay. And by the way, you see how my lips get red? It's because I have an allergic reaction to silver-plated mouthpieces and also gold-plated mouthpieces. So this mouthpiece, everybody asks. I don't know where the shop will be in Kansas City yet. We've got to first move there first. So I'm going to say somewhere. I'm definitely going to be on Missouri side because my wife's working in Independence. So we're trying to decide if we want the shop in Kansas City, but I'm thinking because we're still a destination location that we'll probably be outside of that. So cool. I'm glad that this is the right way because it's showing me a mirror image. So it's quite strange. So, but I guess I am quite strange. But again, not going to be in Frankfurt this year because I have a 2-week performing tour during the Messe. Where I'm doing workshops or recitals and concerts. That's why I put my website up. I'll put the dates up in a couple days. I'm going to Maryland. I'm going to Norfolk, Virginia, Coastal Carolina University, UNC School of the Arts, Berry College in Georgia, and a couple a cool, awesome middle school in Georgia. And but I'm doing a lot of those things, but you can catch up with me and hopefully we'll do some live streaming from the road as well. So a number of you older horns tell us to use burp oil. The burp heavy oil helps seal the pistons if you have leaky pistons. It's one of our favorite oils for vintage instruments. Gypsy Blue. You keep asking, I won't play it. I think I know it, but I probably don't know it well enough. I'm sorry. So, but I'll learn it. For Jan, Gypsy Blue. Okay. That's another reason people laugh at this, but there's another reason why I do these chats is because people ask for songs I don't know. And so they get on my repertoire list for me to learn. So I will definitely learn it. And Ben, I don't know where Fountain Sitting Bras are. So, I mean, maybe that's, I see, I thought it was Fountain Sitting Brass, but maybe there's a different thing. So, oh yeah, Freddie Hubbard. How about, just kidding. But I must bid you adieu. I have to go home for the evening. So Sandra will have to be on the next live session. Hey, thanks everybody for tuning in. Hope you had fun. I always have fun doing these. And of course, feel free to tune into all of our channels, either here, YouTube, Facebook, go to our website, check out all the live sessions. And if you have suggestions for the new mini lessons on YouTube, send them to email. I'll put my email here so everybody can write to me here. Hold on. It's super easy, actually. If you don't have them, let me make sure that was right. So remember, Gypsy, I will learn Gypsy Blue. I will learn Gypsy Blue. I don't know. Is that Gypsy Blue? I don't know. I'm sorry. So, or is Gypsy Blue? It's off I know the album. I know for sure the album, but anyways, it is. Okay. See, I sort of know it, but I don't really know it. So I shall learn it. I promise. Thanks, everybody. And of course, send suggestions to the mini lessons to that email address, info@austinCustomBrass.com. We are going to be pretty busy in the next few weeks, but we will try to get some new sessions up. In the meantime, y'all have a good night or good day wherever you are. Cheers, and thanks, everybody. Ciao.